Today I want to talk about my secret weapon in Raid Shadow Legends. It's not really a secret though. Hello everybody, I'm a Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I know I called it my secret weapon in the intro, and it's not really a secret weapon. A lot of people use it, it's a well-known weapon, but this is for the people that don't know about it. Today's video is going to be about RSL Helper. This is RSL Helper that you can see on the screen here. I use this a lot for multiple different things within the game. I use it to run multiple versions of the game at the same time. Now, just so you guys know, you can actually do this yourselves without RSL Helper. I believe if you open up, like through Plarium Play, I believe, open up the game and then crash or, like shut down Plarium Play, the app, not Raid, and start Plarium Play up again, you can open another version of Raid Shadow Legends. So you can have two versions running at the same time. Now, if you try to do that on regular Plarium Play, it's going to yell at you and be like, no, you can't have two open at the same time, but you can do it that way. I actually think that's what this does. When you hit this plus button, it will open up another version of Plarium Play and allow you to select another account that you can then log into and use. So I haven't used that part of it in a long time, mostly because I just don't run two accounts anymore. That was a free-to-play thing. I still love my free-to-play account. I miss my free-to-play account, but what I don't miss is the time that I need to dedicate to Raid Shadow Legends. And I like the fact that I can just relax, play one account, barely play it at that, and still be effective. But how do I get away with barely playing Raid Shadow Legends and still being somewhat effective for my clan? Well, RSL Helper is a big part of that. So if we take a look really quickly, let's just look at any old dungeon. We'll go to Phantom Shogun right now. Listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. And you can see I have 1,576 multi-battles available. And now, to some of you, you're going to be like, what? Some of you are like, I got 20,000 multi-battles, who cares? But there are people out there who never have enough multi-battles, and they get so frustrated because they have to manually click these things, right? It sucks, right? I've seen people talk about it in the comments. Well, why do I have 1,500? Because I don't ever use multi-battles. Roadblock, if you don't use multi-battles, how do you, are you manually clicking every single time that you're running 60, Dragon Slayer runs or Spider runs? No, I use RSL Helper. So RSL Helper is really cool in that it has this play button right down here behind my head. And so we'll go back into that dungeon now because this is the one we need to be doing anyways. And we'll queue it up here. And so you can see, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to compete in this area. And I go to RSL Helper and I hit that play button. It's behind I'll move myself so you guys can see me click it. I click it and you'll notice Raid is doing stuff, right? Here. Both my hands, right? Raid is doing stuff. You guys can't see because obviously it's blocked by RSL Helper right now. But if I just click into Raid, now we can hear the sound effects. I'm going to click back out so I can talk without the sound being active. But as you can see, the dungeon is running, and we're going to wait this out just a second. I know I always love showing off this team. This is one of my favorite teams. It's not my original idea, but when I first heard about this team, I love it, and it's my pride and joy. I just, I may not have come up with it, but I love using it so much. So we're almost done here. We'll be done in just a second. All right, so we're at the end, right? My hands are up. I'm not touching anything, and we're going. But I didn't activate multi-battles, right? You guys saw that. I didn't activate multi-battles. And so it's automatically going because RSL Helper told it to. And you can see right here, we have one of one wins, right? And it tells you the average time, the average turns, and the win rate of 100%. So I know, and I can come back after, because it'll keep running. Even if I fail, it'll keep running and keep using energy if I tell it to. There's different settings you can set on this, but this right now is set to run effective resources. And this is my secret weapon almost, right? And what I mean by that is when I get to 0 energy, nothing stops. Now, if you run out of energy on multi-battles, what happened? They stop. So if you set up 50 multi-battles, or let's say you set up 200 multi-battles and you only have enough energy for 25, you'll come back in the morning and only 25 runs got done and you'll be back up to full energy bar. What this will do under run effective resources is every time I get 40 energy, it's going to run it again. And then I'll sit at 0 and it'll tally up energy. And then I get to 40 and it runs it again. And it'll keep doing that all night long. And I can take advantage of that in multiple different areas of the game. So that's for any dungeon, including Minotaur, which is actually a good one. So these dungeons are some of the best because you don't need any cell filter or anything. Like you can just keep running these, and we always need these resources for ascending and all that stuff, right? So that's a cool one. But then if we go to, I don't know why I went all the way that far back, but if we go to something like Minotaur, right, and we go into Minotaur stage 15, you can see these are the champions. These 3 right here are the ones that I'm trying to get masteries for. And so I come back into here, I'll move this over a little bit, and you'll see that there are selections now for the scrolls. And what I can also do, instead of run effective resources, if I wanted to, I can tell it to use auto refill. And by having use auto refill and telling it to run until I have 950 of the scrolls, it'll only run until my champion is maxed out, and then it will stop, which is something that they said will be coming in Minotaur, but is not, as far as I can tell. Let me know if I'm wrong, but as far as I can tell at the time of the recording of this video, that was not yet introduced into Minotaur. So that's one of my other favorite things to do, because I can just dump in only as many gems that are necessary, and that's what auto refill will do. It will use your gems, convert them to energy, and it'll keep doing that until you hit a certain limit. Now you can tell it, hey, only use 20 refills, or you can say go to 950 scrolls. Or if there's an event going on, you can tell it, hey, only go until I get 1,525 points or until I get this reward for Ice Golem, essentially, right? So you can communicate with it and have it only run as much as is necessary to conserve your resources. But I personally just like run effective resources. And so for the past 2 days, when I'm not actively playing Raid Shadow Legends, it has been running Phantom Shogun's Grove. And you can see that all of this is just from energy that I've gained in the game, either from completing quests or over time. I haven't put any gems into this, and I haven't opened any of my saved, I don't have that many of them saved up, but I haven't opened any of my saved energy potions, right? And so, yeah, RSL Helper is really cool in that way. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of other uses for RSL Helper, but that overnight running of dungeons and doing things is really cool for me personally. I don't do a lot with RSL. Oh, I think now it is a little buggy at times because it did just crash on me. So there we go, just caught back up. Now, I don't use a lot of it. I don't use it for gearing and any of that stuff. There is stuff you can do with that. There is a self filter option that is very in depth. I tried to create my own filters, and I was like, you know, I did learn some coding and stuff when I went to college, and I feel pretty confident in that kind of stuff. It was just more work than I wanted. But you can just download a file that'll give you a cell filter. Unfortunately, the one I have doesn't really complete everything that I want. It still lets a lot through that I don't want to let through, but I just do it on the back end. So, you know, there is that option as well. But the other big thing, the other super thing that I absolutely love, and this is how we got Senna, right? You guys just watched my video. Let's see if we could put a link to that one somewhere in here, where I got Senna from the Dwarven faction just the other day, right? You know what? I'll do this because she is in my collection. I haven't done anything with her yet, but I got Senna Amberheart, and I was able to do that because I track my Mercy with Void Shards, and I knew that there was a 15x for Senna, and I knew that I was about to pop a legendary because I was almost to 200. Combine those two things, and I was able to get the champion that I wanted to get. So that is one of the things that I love about tracking my own Mercy. So you can see I'm 6 towards Mercy with Sacred Shards. I'm 78 towards Mercy with Ancient Shards. 29 towards Mercy for Mythicals on here, right? This one's for Mythicals. And then this one is for Legendaries. I'm 68 towards Legendaries there. So, and then this is for Epics down here. So I'm 5 towards an Epic here, and I'm 22 towards a Void Epic. So pretty cool stuff. I love RSL Helper. I have been using it since I discovered it. Mostly I was really using it for Mercy tracking. Well, pretty much everything I've said, but I was using it a lot just to run multiple versions of the game. At one point, I was running 3 versions of the game at the same time. It gets very laggy when you do that, but I did it because I was playing my main account, the free-to-play account, and then whatever free-to-play challenge or you know, special free-to-play account that I was doing at the time. Now we're just down to the one account. I don't know if the free-to-play ever makes a comeback. There's a possibility, but for right now, it's just not in the cards. So either way, I really wanted to shout out RSL Helper. And I know, guys, you're going to hit me in the comments. Well, there's so much more you can do with RSL Helper. But honestly, if you just figure out these 3 things, and it's not hard to do, it can really, really help you out. Just imagine when you wake up in the morning before you go to work, right? And you just go in and you say, you know what? Just go run Minotaur all day long. I'll put 3 champions in there, get as many of the scrolls as I can get, and you come home from a long day of work and you've just got a whole bunch of champions that now have scrolls, and they're that much closer to completing their masteries, and you have saved how many gems? You know, so many gems. And so that's just something that I really like doing, a way to maximize the efficiency of my account and making sure that I'm not sitting over 130 and I'm always kind of below that. The only reason I am up to where I am is because I completed some quests before I recorded this video. But now, that 552 energy, before I go log off for this video, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and run that. And that's it for me. I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.